one of our favorite people on planet Earth. Good to see you, Larry Fitzgerald.
Good to see you all as well.
You just smile. You just smile when Larry shows up, Kurt. You just smile.
I love this guy.
Hey,
man.
Kurt said he got 2 more years left in the tank, man. He said
I'm going to be that bridge guy.
He told me he can play, but the only thing is he can't be tackled. So.
Oh, can you work that out?
Yeah.
If you can work that out, I can talk Brennan into that.
So, how are you, Larry? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Yes.
Great and glad to be here. You know, seeing my home city, you know, host a Super Bowl.
Right.
It's great. I mean, I wish the weather was been a little bit more cooperative.
Right. So, what memories come back for you when you walk around this town?
You know, the building is obviously different. You know,
sure.
going up, working and playing in the Metrodome. But I mean, I remember my first Super Bowl in '92, watching the Redskins and Bills play. That was the first game my dad let me come to, and so it's come full circle.
Well, I'd say it's Super Bowl Sunday. I know it wasn't here, but let's go back. I mean, I'm smiling for a lot of different reasons, but a lot of great memories in that game. Just tell me your recollection. What jumps out about that game? You know, for you, what do you think back to? Just tell me about that last catch and touchdown, and when you saw it open up, what were you thinking?
Well, Kurt, you know, I mean, you always harped on, you know, fundamentals and using great technique, and I was able to use that good technique on that release. You know, when you get 2 man, you're not allowed to get inside, and I was able to get inside leverage, and you know, as you normally do, you know, you put it on me quick, and I was able to make a play, and you know, I remember just hoping and dreaming that would be enough to be able to propel us to a victory, but unfortunately, it didn't work out that day.
Were you thinking that on every step? Like, we just won a Super Bowl. We just won a Super Bowl.
Well, I got to tell you, we were coming down the elevator from our spot where we were hanging out in the green room, and as soon as we got on the field, because we were going to do the post-game show straight from there, I will never forget this. As soon as I walked out on the field, I saw you running towards the end zone that we were coming at, and we're like, did that just happen? They scored a touchdown like that. Put you guys up against the vaunted Steelers.
Yeah, why don't you give me a high five? I was coming in the direction.
I just thought it would have been a little bit unprofessional. I'll never forget that.
Speaking of that, this scoring and everything, you had one of the greatest runs, if not the greatest run, by a wide receiver going through that playoffs. But there are a lot of guys that play on Philadelphia Eagles football team that have never had this moment where they're running out on a football field right before a Super Bowl. What advice will you give those guys about playing in their first Super Bowl?
Well, I was that same guy in 2009. I had no idea what it was. I mean, we leaned on our veteran leadership and Kurt and Edgerrin James and guys who had participated and played deep in the playoffs. I had no experience. So, I mean, I think the youthful exuberance that you have, I mean, it kind of helped me, to be honest with you. I didn't understand the magnitude, how big the game was, and all the pageantry that comes with it. I mean, so I was just thinking, man, this is the game I always dreamed about playing. This is my stage. This is time for me. This is my opportunity. That's all I was thinking.
Larry, you've always played with a head coach that was an offensive-minded guy, right? Denny Green and Ken Wisenhunt and Bruce Arians. Now you have Steve Wilkes, a new guy. Have you met him? And what are your thoughts about playing now for a defensive-minded head coach all of a sudden?
Well, I had a chance to talk to him on the phone, and I've also had a chance to meet him briefly. And everything I've heard about him, from Peanut Tillman to Josh Norman to Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis, and all the rest of the guys, they've been overly, helpful in terms of what they said about him. I mean, he's been unbelievable in terms of his character, and I'm looking forward to getting to know him a little bit better. Him and Mike McCoy.
McCoy's
we hired as offensive coordinator, so you know, I'm excited about what the future holds in Arizona. Coach does a good job, and everywhere he's gone, he's been a wonderful asset.
So Larry Fitzgerald is here with us as we're inside this stadium. Moments ago, I think we have footage of Tom Brady approaching a bus. Is that a true story? Do we actually have that? Somebody just told me in my ear we have Tom Brady there. Is that a door? Yeah.
Was he carrying the suitcase?
Hold on a minute. Let's see. Here it comes.
There is Tom Brady.
There he is. He's at. Was that it?
He did not have a glove on his hand.
Come on.
Which hand was his bag in?
Come on.
I mean, I thought we were.
Well, did you see he gestured with
was
the
that his
hand?
Okay. All right.
Come on.
All right, we're still here with Larry. What I really want to know is, why didn't you tackle James Harrison? Well, come on,
hold on a second.
Help a brother out. I gotta see that.
Before we
don't embarrass the guy.
Hold on a second.
I would never assume a Hall of Fame quarterback would throw an interception in that situation.
Yeah, you know what?
We would show.
You fit right in.
Who does that,
perfectly
Mike?
right
Who does
in.
that?
Right here with.
I know.
Look, this would be right about the time where we would show the video.
I know. I was.
But we're not allowed to show
lucky
footage right now.
But you know what, Rich?
But
you know what?
Steve, I think
You came in the right
time.
No more video, but I couldn't sleep last night. Couldn't sleep last night. So I was like doodling, and I did some watercolors, and I just wanted to go through this with you guys a little bit here. Anyway, this is what I did. This is you, Larry, right?
That's you, Larry.
This is the goal line, and I'm not sure. You remember who that guy is, Kurt Warner? Let's take a look.
He's still playing.
Yeah, he's still playing. He'll be playing tonight. That's James Harrison, okay? All right, here we go. Thank you, Rich. All right, well, Kurt, what is that? Yes, you threw it to the other team right there, okay? All right, you going to show this? There it is. I mean, all right, you didn't even throw it to Larry. Why don't you throw it to Larry?
We had 18 seconds.
How about this one right now? So
18 seconds and 100 yards.
Look at Kurt flat on his face right there. He didn't do anything to help us, Mike. Look at that, Mike.
I slowed him down for you. I made him come
Obviously,
back
you didn't do any
inside.
tackle drills because you face planted yourself. All right, wait a minute. Oh, how about this way? Larry.
Look, it's Larry right there. Take him down.
Hey, listen,
Larry.
Mike, when I hit him finally, I felt like I was hitting a refrigerator, man. It didn't move, man.
When did you hit him?
Do you know how much grief I could avoid if you would have just taken him down?
There's when you hit him a little late. That's
a little
when
late,
at the goal line, Larry.
Man.
I thought you were faster than him. You'd catch him.
And then we have that 30-minute halftime to think about it.
Oh my God! Speaking of think about it, how about this right here, Kurt?
He's crying.
Were you thinking about it? Right.
He was crying.
Trust me,
there, man.
when I walked into the locker room, the way everyone looked at me, like, dude, you just lost us a Super Bowl. What in the world were you thinking?
Neither you or Larry tackled the darn guy.
His head wasn't in the game. Before the game, he was accepting his Man of the Year trophy. You know, his mind was other places, Mike. You know what I mean? He just wasn't with us.
That's why Kurt said he was ready to get on with the game.
I usually love having Larry around. Could you leave? It was good to see you.
Look at that.
Enjoy the
tackle. That is,
out of all of them, I mean,
didn't you play
buses are moving. Buses are moving.
Oh, it's my saving grace. Buses are moving. People, just stay on the buses.
All right. On the left is a bus, and on the right is a bus. And on the right is another bus. And on the left, there's one bus.
You know, during the regular season games, you use a first bus and a second bus, right? Are you guys first or second bussers?
I'm a second bus guy.
There you go. There's a second. That's a Larry's
like
bus.
We're going all together here.
All right. We have nothing to say except there's buses moving, and there's players coming here. This is just not right. This one in particular is just not
Kurt,
right.
I'm not kidding.
There's Kurt.
Did you
All right, let's change the subject. Let's change the subject.
Super Bowl Sunday, did you change? Because I go on the late
Herb's
bus.
changing the subject.
I go on the late bus. But I was watching people in our locker room to see who went on the first bus. They usually go on the late bus. Because I wanted to check, hey, man, are you nervous? What's going on now? I need you to be right. You know what I'm saying? I wanted everybody to do the exact same thing they had done all year long. But this, I wonder how many people change up their routine so they can get more used to this moment.
I would say a few guys would, but I mean the guys that stick with the routine, and you know, as athletes, you're a creature of habit. You eat the same thing at pregame meal.
Yep, that's right.
You know, I sleep with 2 pillows under my head on my back. You know, everything is the same the day before the game. So I don't think too many guys would do it.
All right, I got to get in here. Larry Fitzgerald, you had your 9th season of 1,000 yards receiving. Your 3rd consecutive season of triple digits in catches. You are 389 yards away from surpassing last night's Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrining Terrell Owens. Right now you're in between Terrell Owens and Randy Moss for 3rd all-time. You would be 2nd all-time behind Jerry Rice. Are you contemplating playing next year? I know you said you were talking about playing for a defensive-minded coach. You gonna do it? What do you think?
I mean, I'm contemplating. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I'm excited about what the future holds. Obviously, there's things that needs to still, happen. In terms of, personnel, draft and things like that to help our team can improve. But I'm confident that Steve Comm and his group are going to do a good job with that.
So you're talking about a quarterback?
I mean, I think
yes, he's talking about a quarterback.
I think
he still remembers.
Same position that everybody around the league. Teams that are jockeying for position.
Well, you're not getting our guy, okay? I'll tell you that.
Why not?
Now, real quick,
You may not
okay?
get Kirk, but you take Kirk Cousins.
No, we're going to keep him.
We can get him for cheap too. Kirk will come back for about
his cousin.
Vet minimum.
Kurt's cousin.
Kurt's
cousin.
Get you back for vet minimum.
It'll take a lot more than that to convince Brenda. A lot more than that.
No, but just one more follow-up. So if it is a rookie quarterback that you like or think that you can work with, is that something that you would find feasible? I know this is all hypothetical here.
Yeah,
but
it's all hypothetical. You know, I haven't made any definitive decisions. You know, I'll be ready in about a week or two.
All right, okay. Because you definitely still have a lot left in the tank. There's no question about that.
I appreciate it.
Let me just ask you real quick, because I know you were around Randy Moss when you were growing up and obviously getting into the Hall of Fame last night. Just give me your thoughts on him as a player and what you learned from him.
Well, I was extremely excited when I saw him, his name announced last night, and you know, saw how emotional he got when he got the knock on the door. Randy, you know, did so much for me in terms of his support and the confidence he gave me. But you know, you couldn't learn much from Randy because his physical tools were so off the charts. You know, you couldn't physically do what Randy did. But you know, his gifts and what he taught me and the support he showed me when he came to my high school football games. I mean, it was things I'll never forget.
It's funny you say that, because if there was anybody that was close to as good as Randy Moss as going up over the top of people and catching the football, it was you. So I don't know if you just had those gifts, or maybe you learned that from him along the way.
And usually
that you will have that. He was with Chris Carter and Randy Moss. Both are in the hall. You will be in the hall.
Michael, you came up and helped us out many years. Crashed one of my weight runners.
Whoa, hold on now.
Little Michael came up. They broke my weight runners and stuff like that. Yeah, they broke my weight runners.
Did he get out of there before you knew about it? You found out later?
I gave Mike the check, and I never heard anything back.
Yep, that's Mike. That's Mike.
Oh boy,
we had a great time, man. We
obviously
in the summers, man. Come up, man. Go to camps and go to Larry's house and ride them way runners, man. We had so much fun, man. To just talk football.
Yeah, Mike, you said he's cheap. Yeah, so we would go to dinner, and the waiter would bring the bill back, and Mike said, "Oh, only thing I do is pay compliments."
I was a guest. I was the guest. I was not supposed to pay. I was the guest.
That sounds exactly like Mike.
By the way, that's a great line. Hey, Larry, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, usually the next thing for you is where in the world is Larry Fitzgerald? You got plans for your?
I'm gonna go to Seoul, Korea for the Winter Olympics.
Okay, good.
And then after that, I'm gonna go to Norway and Iceland. I'll be my 100th country. So
okay,
I look forward to it.
Well, at least you're getting ready for that with it 6.